This is basically like, you know, in fucking Elden Ring, this is the fucking contents of the Lake of Rot. Like, you know, in Caelid, this is the fucking, you know, the liquid that was in the swamps of Ionia.
A whiff of this shit? Yeah, that nefarious evil sorcerer Moongrass. This shit straight out of Caelid. This shit is what shot Tupac. Rip my nigga for real, dog.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's no secret that our great Egyptian grandparents are the ones who invented beer, and quite possibly are the origin of alcohol distillation in the Middle East in general. So to commemorate this fact and my ancient ancestors, today I'm going to review every single Egyptian beer in the market. Yes, straight from here in Egypt, every single Egyptian beer that you can buy from the most popular retailer here, which is Drinkies. So drink up, folks, to Osiris. So at S tier we have like the holy grail of Egyptian beers. This is only the kind of thing that you would see King Tut and fucking Nefertiti sip on. This is like the tears of Osiris. This is like the blood of Anubis.
They watered this with the blood of 36 dragons. Nigga, this shit will turn your pacemaker off.
This is followed by tier A, B, C, and D. D is basically like camel's piss. Like you would drink your fucking urine if you had the choice over this fucking monstrosity that any of those beers might turn out to be. So our first beer for today is actually Stella. Like, this is the most popular beer here in Egypt. So, I'm actually quite excited, because Stella is one of my favorite beers of all time. So, aroma-wise, I'm getting this, very, like, fruity, like, very... like a sweet smell from the tones of this beer, which, you know, I'm not a big fan of alcohol in general. Like the bitterness and like the harshness of it like really like kills any kind of joy of drinking for me. So let's just get into drinking this. It's very sweet, and like it's not even like, you know, it's hard, it's enjoyable to drink, which for me personally, I don't drink any hard liquor like whiskey, vodka, gin, or rum. I don't drink any of this, to be honest, because like, you know, it always makes me vomit and get into hangovers, and like it's not, I don't drink fucking whiskey. I'm not a big fan of, I'm not a whiskey guy. And this also comes to the fact that Stella has a 4.5 alcohol by volume, so it's a very low alcohol beer. It's not gonna, you know, smash the fuck out of you. You can drink like 2 or 3 of these 330 ml fucking cans on the fly, and you would still be, you know, functioning. You'd still be, you know, do your job or whatever. Hopefully it's not like brain surgery. So apparently from my PhD in binge watching Adam Ragusa, this fruity and floral taste seems to arise from the hops that are used in making the beer. So in the case of Stella, in which the floral taste and the fruity flavors are extremely accentuated in this beer, this seems to indicate a nice selection and good quality hops that are used in the making of it. So to just recap here, Stella is a lager beer, and it's very sweet, and you know, it makes it very easy for me to consume personally, which is like the only reason why I would drink alcohol, to be honest. I don't find any joy in like sipping and like, you know, contemplating your drinking experience, or I'm gonna fucking, you know, Max Payne the fuck out of this beer. Like, listen man, when I drink alcohol, all I want to do is get rickety rack, motherfucker. So very drinkable, very consumable for me. I don't like harsh alcohol at all. So, you know, if you're one of those people who hate alcohol and just want a fancy or, you know, a tolerable way to drink it, Stella is for stellar. So easily, it would be S tier. HEINEKEN, for real. One of the best beers that I ever tried, and highly recommended for everyone who visits Egypt. So, moving on to the next beer, we have Desperados. Am I pronouncing this correctly? Desperados. So, like, it's supposed to be like some tequila beer. I don't know what the fuck that is. I'm not a alcohol aficionado or anything. I'm just some fucking college guy who want to get as smashed as possible before 5 a.m. So just, excuse me. This is supposed to be some fucking tequila beer. Beer with a kick. I don't know what the fuck that is, to be honest. But let's see if Desperados packs that kick it advertised. Ooh. Ooh. Definitely packs that kick in the fucking... Okay then, so, smell-wise... I'm getting much more citrusy, like, much more, you know, fucking mint. Like, I'm getting some weird, like, minty, like, lemony taste out of this. Maybe, I don't know, but, like, it's definitely very different from the Stella. Like, Stella was much more sweet and fruity. This is, like, tangy and, like, you know, slightly, you know, carbonated, like, feel and taste. Listen, man, I'm just, gonna dig right into this. A lot of people here in Egypt actually love Desperados. They think it's like the holy grail of the beers, and it's quite expensive than the normal Stella. I personally don't find like, I don't know, it's like just too pizzazzy for me. It's just too tangy for me. It's like Stella was like, it had this earthy like taste, like I don't know how to describe it, but it was much more like cohesive as a beer. It feels basically as like a very cheap tequila fucked a fucking lager beer. That's what it is. So for Desperados, even though like a lot of people like they think it's the fucking king, not to be fucking confused with that king, it's like a brand from Sahara, which is like another beer I'm going to discuss soon. So for Desperados, I think we're gonna have to go with the, you know, the 8 here. I don't think it quite reaches the level of Stella. Like, it's just a weird experience. While with Stella, it's like, you know, a very, you know, smoother and, you know, well-defined experience. This is basically like a mutt of the beer. Like, I don't know, man. Speaking of alcohol by volume, by the way, this has a slightly higher alcohol percentage than Stella. This has 5.9, so this is gonna get you slightly more drunk, like not noticeably, but just keep this in mind if you ever, you know, take a snack on one of those bad boys. Up until this point, we have been playing in the ballpark of, you know, 4.5 to 6 alcohol by volume, which is, you know, standard for, you know, typical lager beers. It's nothing too fucking wacky, nothing too, like, out of proportions for beers. However, from this level on, beer becomes something that you actively consume to get drunk and get drunk fast. So we're talking about something from 8 all the way up to 15% alcohol by volume. This fucking thing, though, like, we need to talk about this thing. Is it even legal? Like, you need to see this, okay? You actually need to fucking see this, okay? So, like, there's this brand called, like, Sahara. It's like the Sahara pyramid, like, Haram al-Sahara for, like Giza, معرفش فين أحد أستنيك. Like, there is this famous pyramid, I don't know what the fuck that this beer, like, brand is named on. But, like, the thing is, they have a line called ELKING, like, the king, and it's like 15% alcohol by volume. 15% alcohol by volume, and this is like a 500 milliliter can. So if you do the math, like, I'm too fucking drunk to do math right now, but I'm pretty sure it's a fuck ton of alcohol. So, like, this is for, like, you know, pretend alcoholics. Like, this is for people who, you know, they don't want to acknowledge their alcohol dependency or their, you know, fucking chronic alcoholism or whatever. So, like, they drink beer as an excuse, you know, I'm not drinking hard liquor or whatever. But in reality, they're drinking fucking, like, yeah, it's basically fucking moonshine for all I care about, okay? For a beer. Like, 15%, what the fuck is this? Like, fucking, like, this is basically, like, you know, in fucking Elden Ring, this is the fucking contents of the Lake of Rot. Like, you know, in Caelid, this is the fucking, you know, the liquid that was in the swamps of Ionia.
A whiff of this shit? Yeah, that nefarious evil sorcerer Moongrass, this shit straight out of Caelid. This shit is what shot Tupac. Rip my nigga for real, dog.
This can be beer. I refuse to acknowledge this as beer. And people who drink this need to go to fucking rehab. I'm really fucking sorry. It's tough love. But if you drink this, then please
stop it. Get some help.
Ooh. Ooh. Ooh.
A whiff of this shit?
God
yeah, that
damn.
Nefarious evil sorcerer Moongrass. This shit straight out of Caelid.
You're getting like this fucking, like, this fucking synthetic, like, you know, like this, when you go to a fucking hospital or like a pharmacy or a clinic or whatever, and this almost like fucking detergent smell like jumps in the air to you from nowhere. Like, you're getting this, like, really, really chemical smell, and, like, it's basically, like, I don't know how to describe it, mate, but just disgusting, like, absolutely abhorrent. Let's just hope, like, this tastes better than it smells. Okay, actually, I can't. I'm not even overreacting. I'm not even overreacting. This can... They have raised the alcohol content so much. I'm not gonna even take another sip. That's so fucking disgusting, man. Like, I think, like, there's, like, there needs to be, like, a specific tier for like, fucking this, like, this fucking monstrosity. Like, this is, like, wines aren't even, like, not... The wines you can buy here in Egypt are like 15 to 17% alcohol by volume. So, like, this is just a fucking beer, so, like, can you just imagine the taste, man? You know, they have raised the alcohol content so much that you could actually feel, like, the viscosity and, you know, the liquid you're slurping on or you're drinking, it's actually becoming much more, like, jelly-like and, you know, much more slippery because of the alcohol content, you know? This, like, viscosity change, I don't know how to fucking describe it, but, like, it feels like a disgusting experience in general that you must be on fucking acid to enjoy this piece of shit. So, like, you know, like, F tier, like, I don't know what the fuck to say, man. Like, I wouldn't even, like, drinking my fucking urine over this would be, like, a fucking treat. It would be like Christmas. I would be like better fuck. هيك عارفين المشهد بتاع better call Saul لما كان في الصحراء وشرب البول بتاعه وبتاع. هيك it would be أحسن من الخرا ده. Like, fuck this shit, man. I would be like drinking my own piss like the Better Call Saul episode any day of the week over touching this disgusting monstrosity, man. Like, it has the, like, as I said, nothing is more offensive than the viscosity of this beer. Like, it touches on your tongue in, like, just, like, it's like jelly, but it's slick. Fuck this, like, jello shots. Like, liquid gel. Fuck this piece of shit, man. Okay, then. So, the next one on the list is HEINEKEN. HEINEKEN? I don't know how to pronounce this, but this one should hopefully be more identifiable to my Western viewers. This is, I think, is the most, like, Western beer you can get in Egypt. You could get Coronas, but, like, they're not widely available. This is much more, you know, purchasable here in Egypt for most people. So, HEINEKEN. Let's dig. Ooh. This is what fucking grinds my gears about fucking HEINEKEN. Like, it's just so fucking mid. Like, everything up to this point had, like, a fucking thing going for it. Stella got this, like, you know, muddy, like, you know, just this sweet, like, addictive fucking, you know, earthy. I don't know what the fuck it is, but, like, it's just so fucking good. Desperados had this, like, tequila thing going on, like, this fucking tang to it. But this one is so bland. This is the point for me personally where drinking alcohol becomes like a chore. Like, I have to force myself to just drink it, to consume it, just to get drunk. Like, it's not fun for me this way, in the same way that, you know, smoking weed is actually quite enjoyable for me. No taste, no flavor, like, just the most blandest of beers ever. So unfortunately, I would have to give HEINEKEN a C. Like, just, you know, if it's there, I'm not gonna complain, but, you know, if I'm going to transcend the beer drinking experience, or I'm feeling in the mood for a really good beer sash, I'm not going to pick it over Desperados or Stella. Stella by far has the most, like, you know, enjoyable drinking experience for me personally. So, next on the list, Stella Ice. Like, Stella freaking ice cold, motherfucker. So, actually, this is an upgraded version of Stella, like the standard Stella that I reviewed earlier. So, the normal Stella has, I guess, 4.5 alcohol by volume. So what if you wanted to drink Stella, but you wanted to get drunk fast? The answer, according to Drinkies, my favorite Egyptian retailer, shout out to my boys at Drinkies, is to consume this brand new beer. Actually, it's just been released a month from now, so I'm actually quite excited to try this one. Actually, it's my first time ever. I don't know how this will turn out to be. But this just released like a month from now, and I'm quite excited to try it. However, it's 8% alcohol by volume and not 4.5%. This is the fucking trick about it. Ooh. So this is what I don't like about, raising your alcohol by volume, is that, even slight increases like from 4.5 to 8% in here from the standard Stella, it now reeks of this like industrial smell of alcohol. Like, it comes to the point where it feels like so chemical and like it's not natural. It's not like, beer. It's like altered in a way. I don't know, man, how to describe it, but it doesn't smell like beer. It smells like, I don't know, man, like just fucking moonshine, to be honest. Oh yeah, definitely a much worse experience than the standard Stella. Like, they removed all of the good things. They removed all of the like fruity and like, nutty and earthy tones in the standard Stella, which I love. This is the reason why it's my favorite beer of all time. S tier all of the time. Hashtag Stella fucking gang. But they also added this like fucking excess of alcohol. So like, they removed the fruity smell to cover the alcohol and then just raised the fucking like the most disgusting, nasty smelling chemical in the whole like concoction. So like, it's now basically a fucking like badly made Heineken. Like, it's 8%, but I would drink the Heineken, which is 8% as well, any day over this. Just fucking like, I don't know, man. Like, I'm just, I really love Stella, but like, fuck it, man. I'm really fucking sorry for this. D. It's tolerable, but like, I wouldn't really pick it if I had the choice. Okay, fellas, next on the list, Meister Max. So this beer has an 8% alcohol by volume, again as the Stella Ice, but hopefully this one is, better made to be a more enjoyable experience, because the Stella one, just as I said, sounded like a much worse Heineken. Just pretty bland, no fucking taste, and just excess alcohol taste. No fucking flavor, nothing. So, let's give this Meister Max a try. Well, I know for a fact that the Meister is gonna be like, is it as good as the Desperados? This is the real question, because the Desperados was really good, like, it was a pretty chill experience. So, I don't know where to put it, like, the Meister, to be honest. Like, is it a B or like an A? What do you think, chat? Like, what do you think? I don't know, man. I know a lot of people, like, especially men, like younger men specifically, I don't know why, they love Meister, like, this is their favorite beer. So, I'm a Stella guy. I told you before, like, nothing can beat Stella for me. So, I'm gonna put this, like, B tier. Like, I would take a Desperados, to be honest. Like, especially this is 8%. So, I'm gonna put the Meister at, like, B tier. Like, I would pick a Desperados, to be honest. But, if it's not there, I would easily pick a Meister. So anyhow, I'm glad you enjoyed this video. Thumbs up if you liked it. Comment if you have any opinions you would like to add. If you'd like to review any other Egyptian, stuff in the market or make a tier list out of it, hit me up in the comments. Love you, fam. Have a good day.